Now I'm all sleepy, guys. I started out just for fun. You know that woman that ran for president? Everybody was making fun of her because she's a little bit new age woo. She did a meditation. And of course, all the late night comedians and people are picking her apart and going, "Oh, she wanted to be president." Well, I decided, just for fun, I would see what kind of meditation she did. Because I know it's very easy to go to any meditation and pick out parts that just sound stupid or crazy or flaky or something. So I start doing this, and God starts showing up because it wasn't my favorite meditation, but the gods used it. They're like, okay, you're going to actually calm down and be quiet for a couple minutes? Great, we're coming in to talk to you. And as I'm doing this meditation, she's going on. I don't know what her religion is. I really don't. Jesus was about the only body that didn't show up. The first one that showed up was dressed kind of operatic, and at first I thought maybe it was Inari, then I thought it was Asmodeus, and then I thought it was somebody else. And basically, they walked me through as she was doing stuff, various gods walked me through it. Walk me through the healing, and she does do prayers a lot in meditation. If that bothers you, it is meditation heavy if you look it up. No, meditation heavy, prayer heavy. But they didn't mind, and at the end, some of the Greek gods had shown up, and the one that finally shows up at the end is Apollo. And Apollo's like, okay, we're doing this. I have been doing, on my own candle work. I've been doing healing work for, I think as witches, you do you, but, not only take care of ourselves, but take care of our communities, take care of the globe, whatever you want to do. And, this is, though, we have to remember, this is a marathon, this isn't a sprint. I would love to tell you that we all watched the same kind of flaky meditation video, and coronavirus and everything else in the world got wiped out in like one instant. But we know it doesn't work that way. We know magic does take time. It's fancy prayer, but we know it takes time. So, we know that takes time. We know prayer takes time sometimes. And sometimes it's instant, yes, but sometimes it takes time. So let's just, kind of keep in mind this is a marathon. But she is right in that it's important during any high stress time. And maybe you're not stressed out about the virus, but maybe you're stressed out because it's the census. Yeah. Americans are like, really? Or the ice shelves are melting, or all this other crazy stuff. Maybe you're like really stressed out now. So it is important to take time out to meditate and recover. But there's also, at least to me, there's nothing, because Odin showed up. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your life normally either. There's nothing wrong with playing the video games you normally play or watching the movies you normally play. Do what makes you feel better. When you do something, you know how you feel after. Did you feel better doing that thing? Did you feel worse? If you felt better doing that thing or no effect at all, go ahead, keep doing it. If you felt worse, don't do it for a while. Everything will balance itself out. And we're trying to get the channel, kind of like back to normal. We are kind of trying to balance out what kind of games we play, because I had the worst luck yesterday. I played this first game. There was like one scene, and one scene only, like a brief glance into a hospital. I was like, oh, that's kind of tone deaf. And then the main character or something turns out to be a mass murderer, and I'm like, maybe not right now. And then I tried another game, and everybody on the planet had disappeared, and I was like, really? Was it the Rapture? Tell me it was the Rapture. And I played the whole game through, and I thought maybe not right now. Maybe we wait like a month or so, and you guys tell me, because this is sort of kind of a democracy. If you guys would actually feel better if we started playing some more scary titles again, you guys tell me. I need to know what makes you feel comfortable and helps you relax. I don't want to make it all like cute, sweet games. They had me play that game where you put hats on cats, and I think we played it quite a while ago on this channel. And it's like super short. It's like 3 minutes long. It is really cute and sweet, but I said, we're kind of having a creative differences here. I said, doing stuff like that, starting to make everything real twee and cute and pretending there's nothing going on in the planet doesn't help either. If we do it acknowledging there's a lot of stuff going on in the world and we're trying to make it a safe space together, that's fine if that's what you guys want. But I don't want to just become one of those channels where we just smile at you a lot and pretend there's not crazy stuff going on in the world. I'm like, really? I've been looking at some of the news headlines and I'm like, we're all on Punked, right? Like MTV went global, yo, with our latest show, Punking the Planet. And, I'm like, it's surreal. This is not the 2020 I planned on. I planned on 2020 to be our year as a species, not the year everybody went nuts. So, we are kind of like opening the floor to discussion. Would you guys feel better if we did more scary games? Would those kind of comfort you? Because actually, I've been liking the scary movies. Would that make you feel worse? I don't want the channel to become all twee and cute because you guys know I argue on the regular with my gods. I have a grumpy, growly attitude at times. Um, and also, I don't know if I said it this recording or not. This is a marathon, guys. This is not a sprint. This is going to be a long-term thing over weeks, over months. I know it's super confusing for you guys because it's super confusing for me too. Some parks are closing, some aren't, depends on where you are in the globe. Some, you know, leagues of sports are closing, some are not. Some places are having parades, some are not. It's just super confusing right now because as a species, and I looked at the Psychology Today article, we look at each other to take our cues of what we're supposed to do. So we're basically primates that have language. And we're looking at all the other members of our species. What are they doing? They're buying toilet paper. So we go crazy and we buy toilet paper and hand sanitizer. And we buy a year's worth and we don't have to. They tell you to plan on 2 weeks. 2 weeks supply. You don't need to go crazy and do that, but right now our little reptile brain is taking over and just making us do crazy stuff. So we're watching each other and we're trying to put together, okay, what should I do? Should I go to whatever temple I go to? Shouldn't I do it? Should I go to parades and parties? Shouldn't I do it? All this other stuff, and we just don't know right now. So I know it's confusing and I know it's super stressful, but we kind of want to try to make the channel a place where we can, kind of de-stress. But keep in mind, like I said, it is a marathon, guys. This is going to go on for weeks, months, maybe even a year, they're saying. And that doesn't mean I don't want you guys freaking out and taking that wrong way. It does not mean that we're going to go through what we're currently going through for a year's time. Thank the gods it hasn't been anywhere as bad as it could have been. But we are going to go through, testing, people talking about this, travel bans, then travel bans lifted, places shutting down, the places opening up again. So, at least for a couple months, it's going to be about a year, they say, before they have a inoculation against it. So, it's going to be a lot of time where people are going to be kind of nervous. So we kind of have to think now about, still having caution, yeah, but trying to get back to life as normal. Remembering, I know I keep saying it, but it feels really important. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We're not trying to go full out and go through a 2-week thing. It's, they were telling us 2 weeks at first, and then they were telling us a couple months. Now they're saying maybe a year or so. Sometimes when a virus comes around, it's around for quite a while. So I'm not trying to. I swear I'm not trying to panic you guys or anything. It's just have common sense. Have common sense. It doesn't mean that this has turned into the end of the world or the apocalypse or something. It just means have common sense. What they're actually hoping for in this country is that we get herd immunity, meaning that they hope it actually spreads. I know this sounds strange, but they hope it actually spreads over a long period of time. And they are hoping that as it keeps getting to more and more people who get mild to no symptoms, it eventually just dies out because there's not going to be any people to ping off of. I don't know if that's the best approach. I really don't, but that's the one the US is taking. So, and by the time I put this video up, it'll all be out of date because they'll do something else. I've noticed that I try to make a video, by the time I have it up, it's out of date. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and just kind of remember to meditate, to de-stress. That's for anything. That's for flu season, that's for cold season, that's for any high pressure season like tax season. We got this year we got tax season, we got cold season running around, we got the coronavirus running around, we got the US Census running around. Americans are like ready to scream is what we're ready to do. But, take your time to do whatever it is. Maybe you don't meditate, maybe you walk, maybe you exercise, maybe you do whatever. You do you. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you later. Bye bye.